Okay, everybody, welcome to the Olive Press 2008. Actually, it's a few days before 2009, 57, 69 from the creation of the world. I'm going to be showing you something today. Something amazing. Something incredible. Something wonderful. Something I can only really describe as totally cool. Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. You think it's going to be cool? You? Hey? Hello? Hi, I'd like to introduce myself to you. My name, it's a very hard name to remember, so I'm going to say it to you and I want you to repeat it back to me. My name is... What's it again? Oh, I forgot. My name is Abraham. Can you say hi, Abraham? Hi, Bob. Now I want to get to know your names also, so here's what we're going to do. On the count of 3, I want you all to shout out your name. 1, 2, 3, shout out your name. I can't hear you. Okay, good. Now that I know your names, we can start. I would like to ask you a question. And what I want you to do when I ask you a question is I want you to raise your hand like this. And I want you to put your hand to your lips like this. And I want you to wait for me to call on you. Can you do that? Let's do a practice. Does anybody know, raise your hand, remember, what color is the sky? Raise your hand. Yeah, what color is the sky? Gray. I think it's actually blue today. It's a beautiful day outside, and I appreciate you all coming here on this wonderful Hanukkah day. Now, that was very good. So we're going to start, and I'm going to ask you a question, but this is a real question. Does anybody have any idea, by a raise of hands, what this is? Raise your hand if you know what this is. Yes, what is it? This is actually a totally real pomegranate. No, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. It's an orange, right? No? An apple? No, it's not an apple. It's an olive, like olive base? Olive base. No, this is actually a real, totally authentic, absolutely bona fide olive from the olive groves in California. Now, I want to tell you about this olive. This olive, oops, pass that back to me. Thank you. This olive has 3 parts to it. It's got the olive fruit part of the olive, like an apple has fruit. Like you take the apple, take a bite, that's delicious. I like that. And also, it's got olive juice in it, like orange juice. A lot of vitamin C, healthy. And also, it's got a little tiny bit of olive oil inside of it. And what we want to do today is we want to get rid of the olive fruit part of the olive. We want to get rid of the olive juice part of the olive. And we want to be left with just the olive oil. And that's what we're going to be doing. Now I want to ask for a volunteer. Someone to come up here, please. Raise your hand if you want to volunteer. But let me tell you about this volunteer. This volunteer has to be someone who really, really likes fruit. Anybody really like fruit? Raise your hand if you really like fruit. Yes, what's your name? Come over here. Aaron, you said? Aaron, what kind of fruit do you like? Do you like cherries? Do you like apples? Do you like oranges? Pomegranates, peaches, plums, grapes, squash? Now, squash is not a fruit. Okay, anyway, I want you to look inside this basket. Can you see inside the basket? Okay, here, look inside the basket. Come, look inside the basket. And what I want you to do is, as you're looking inside the basket, you can look inside the basket. Don't worry, they won't bite you. Come, look inside the basket. Okay, as you're looking inside the basket, what I want you... Okay, let's make this easier. Look inside the basket. What I want you to do is, I want you to pick out the olive that you think has the most olive oil inside of it. Can you do that? Pick out the olive that you think has the most olive oil inside. Go ahead, pick it out. Oh, they look like cherries, because you like cherries, right? Okay, so I'm going to take these olives that aren't, you can go sit down, thank you very much, that Aaron said has the most olive oil inside of it, and I'm going to put it inside this olive press. Do you know why it's called an olive press? Should I tell you why it's called an olive press? Because it presses down on the olives so tightly that it squishes them and takes out what's inside. And we want to get out the olive oil that's inside. So I'm going to take the rest of these olives, and I'm going to pour them on top of the olive that Aaron said had the most olive oil inside of it. And some of them are going to spill on the floor, but that's okay. You can just pass them back up here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very good. You can go sit down. Thank you very much, Aaron. Now you can go sit down. Thank you. I'll get those that are on the table. Thank you. Okay. And then I'm going to take this piece of machinery, and I'm going to ask someone to come up here who thinks that they can hold this. Anybody think they can hold this? Yes, you in the back. What's your name? Come up here. You think you can hold this? Do you have any idea what this is that you're going to try to hold? This is not just like a simple little toy. This is... Hey, you want to try to hold it? Okay, go ahead. Oh my goodness. It's actually pretty heavy. This, let me tell you what this is called. You know what this is called? It's got a funny name. This is called an olive squisher. Because it squishes olives. Now I'm going to take the olive squisher, come over here, I'm going to put it on top of the olive press, and I'm going to ask, what did you say your name was again? Abaye to spin the wheel. Go ahead, give it a spin all the way down. That's very good. Spin it, just like a dreidel. Whoa, all the way down to the olives. And if it goes down all the way to the olives, it's going to start to squish them. Is it going to go all the way down? You think it's going to go all the way down? I think it's getting stuck. You can go sit down. Thank you very much. You did a great job. The olive squisher is getting stuck. You know why? Because the olives get till about here. And the olive squisher only gets till about here. And so there's this much space in between. And we need to put something in between that space so that it will squish down on the olives. So I'm going to use these pieces of real wood. Can you feel that? Is that real wood? That is in fact real wood. And I'm going to put it inside the olive press, like so. And I'm going to ask for another volunteer.